Dear students, I am Sambasivaravu Vankayalapati, Assistant Professor in SRN Beginner Arts and Science College, Khammam, Telangana. Today our topic is Introduction to the Cone. So, the contents of today's video lesson are cone, examples of cone, definition of cone, components of cone, the equation of cone. These are the contents of today's video lesson. Explaining all these contents, I am also going to focus on solving some important problems with the help of these concepts. First of all, what is cone? Cone is a three-dimensional object. All of us come across many objects in the nature and also many objects in our daily life which have the shape of a cone. For example, see this. See this. This is the ice cream cone. This is what we say this. This is cone ice cream. So what is the shape of this? See this. This is called cone. The shape is called cone. And also you can see here the cap of a joker. The cap of a joker. This is also in cone shape. We can see in our daily life. And also this is an object which is kept on the roads for safety. This is called road safety cone. This is also in the shape of cone. All of us know, all of us have seen this already. So some more examples. For example, see this. This is a cap which is used by children in birthday parties. What is the shape of this cap? This is in the shape of cone. So and also you can see here in this object, here in this picture, if you want to stock some sand, if you unload the stock with a proclaim or with a truck, then what is the shape it may take? Obviously the sand will take the shape of a cone. Why? The reason for this is the more stable shape that a material can take. So actually if you keep some material on the ground like sand or floor, whatever it may be, then obviously it takes this shape. This is a cone shape. Why any material like sand or floor takes this shape? Because this is the more stable shape. Actually the cones we discussed, we have seen in these figures in our daily life are some particular examples of cone. In fact, cone has a wide meaning. So in our class we go to the general definition of a cone, and we discuss wide meaning of a cone, and we discuss what are the components in a cone. So this is the definition of a cone. See this. A cone is a surface generated by a straight line which pass through a fixed point and intersect a curve or touch a surface. For example, let us see here. Suppose take a fixed point. So passing through suppose take a fixed point and a curve. So passing through this fixed point and joining this curve, we can draw many lines like this. All these lines forms a surface. This surface is nothing but a cone. This is one case. In another case, we can take any surface. We will take a surface like this. This is a spherical surface, spherical object. Take a fixed point. So we can draw many tangent lines to this sphere. Many tangent lines like this. All these tangent lines forms a sphere, forms a cone. So once again I am repeating. A cone is formed, is the surface generated by what? By a straight line passing through a fixed point and intersect a curve or touch a surface. This is one case generating of a cone. This is another case. So fixed, we have to take a fixed point and we can take a curve like this or a shape, a surface like this. So by two ways cone is formed. Cone is generated by the straight line passing through a fixed point. One case is by intersecting a curve, the cone is generated, and in another case by touching a surface, the cone is generated. So here this is one case. Here this is a spherical shape. This has a surface. So O is a fixed point. We can draw tangent lines to the sphere from this O. Actually we can draw tangent lines on completely throughout in all sides of 360 degrees in all sides of a sphere by taking all these tangent planes like this. Obviously you will have a cone. This is one case. In another case we will take a fixed point. This is the fixed point alpha, beta, gamma, and we take a curve. So we draw straight lines passing through this fixed point and intersecting the curve like this. All these are the straight lines passing through this fixed point and intersecting the curve. All these form a surface. This surface is called, in this case also, this surface is called cone. In each case, what are the components of a cone? In each case, see this. The fixed point is called vertex. The straight line by which the cone is generated is called generator. And the curve is called the guiding curve. For example, here you can see O is the fixed point here. Here also this is the fixed point. The fixed point is called vertex of the cone. The fixed point is called vertex of the cone. Here this is the vertex and in this case this is the vertex. Straight line passing through the vertex. Straight line passing through the vertex is called generator. Straight line passing through the vertex and generating the cone is called generator. Here this is the generator. Not only this is also a generator. Similarly, we can draw many generators around the surface of the sphere. We can draw many. That means in a cone there are infinitely many generators. See this case. In this case, this is since this is vertex, straight line passing through the vertex and intersecting the curve is called generator. So this is one generator and this is another generator. All these are generators. All these are generators. In this case also there are infinitely many generators. So and also the curve is called the guiding curve of the cone. This is the guiding curve of the cone. So how to find the equation of a cone? To find the equation of a cone, we need what is the vertex and what is the guiding curve or the surface. So only if you are given the coordinates of the vertex and the equation of the guiding curve or equation of the surface, you can find the equation of the cone. So here the problem is find the equation of the cone whose vertex is alpha, beta, gamma and base curve. Guiding curve is also known as base curve. Another terminology we use to represent, to express guiding curve is base. Guiding curve is also known as base of the cone. So here alpha, beta, gamma is the vertex and ax square plus by square is equal to 1, z is equal to 0 is the guiding curve. What does it mean? By the equation of this curve we mean that this, since z is equal to 0 is nothing but xy plane in 3D geometry. In 3D geometry square is equal to 0 is the equation of xy plane. Therefore, by these two equations we mean that this curve ax square plus by square is equal to 1 lies in xy plane. So actually you can see in the diagram here, this is the actually, by the equation we can easily understand that ax square plus by square is equal to 1, z is equal to 0. This is the equation of a ellipse in xy plane. So you can see in the diagram, this is the equation of the ellipse ax square plus by square is equal to 1 in xy plane. So this is the guiding curve here in this case to find the equation of the cone, and alpha beta gamma is the vertex. So we have to take a straight line passing through alpha beta gamma like this, and intersecting the guiding curve, we take a straight line like this. Actually this is the generator of this cone. So by substituting the different required coordinates, by obtaining the condition of the base curve in the equation of the base curve, we will find the equation of the cone finally. So for this we will see this. Let the equation of a straight line through alpha beta gamma can be written like this. We all know that x minus alpha by L is equal to y minus beta by m is equal to z minus gamma by n is the equation of the straight line passing through the point alpha beta gamma. Lmn are the direction ratios of the straight line. So we have to find the, so in this case, suppose this is the line, suppose this is the line we have to taken, which is passing through the vertex alpha beta gamma. We have to find the coordinates of the intersecting point of this line. We have to find the coordinates of the intersecting point of this line with the base curve. For that we apply this rule. So for that, since this is the equation of the base curve, we take z is equal to 0 first. Therefore if we take z is equal to 0, then this will be 0 and this will become x minus alpha by L is equal to y minus beta by m is equal to minus gamma by n. On simplification we will get like this. By taking x minus alpha by L is equal to minus gamma by n, by taking x minus alpha by L is equal to minus gamma by n, we will have x minus alpha is equal to minus L gamma by n, and hence x is equal to alpha minus L gamma by n. So on simplification we will get x is equal to alpha minus gamma L by n, and also in the similar way we will get y is equal to beta minus gamma m by n. And here what is z? Z is obviously 0. Therefore the point of the intersecting point of the generator with the base curve is, this is the point, alpha minus gamma L by n, beta minus gamma m by n, 0. This is the intersecting point of the generator with the base curve. Also you can see that this point is this point. Therefore obviously this point lies on the base curve. Therefore this point satisfies the, therefore it is, we can easily see that this point satisfies the equation of the base curve, that is ax square plus by square. So by substituting these coordinates in this equation, we will get like this: a into alpha minus gamma L by n whole square plus b into beta minus gamma m by n whole square is equal to 1. So we will come here. From this we can write x minus alpha by L is equal to z minus gamma by n. Therefore x minus alpha by z minus gamma is equal to L by n. Therefore L by n is equal to x minus alpha by z minus gamma. In the similar way, m by n is equal to y minus beta by z minus gamma. Using the values of L by n here and m by n, from this, using these two values in this equation, we will get like this. So on simplification we will get z minus gamma is denominator here. So alpha into z minus gamma is alpha z minus alpha gamma minus gamma x plus alpha gamma. So on like that. So we will get like this on simplification. And here we can cancel minus alpha gamma plus alpha gamma, and here we can cancel minus beta gamma plus beta gamma. On cancellation and taking LCM of these two fractions, we will get like this: a into alpha z minus gamma x whole square plus b into beta z minus gamma y whole square is equal to z minus gamma. This is z minus gamma whole square. This is the equation of required cone. We can do like this. So what we have? What is the procedure we followed here? So here we will be given coordinates of the vertex and base curve. We take general equation of a straight line passing through this vertex. If the straight line intersects the base curve, then it is a generator. So using that concept, we take that the straight line intersect the base curve. Therefore, by taking z is equal to 0, we will get like this. By taking these two values in this equation of base curve, we will get a relation. So by taking the L by m, n and m by n values from the equation of the straight line and keeping those two values in this, finally on simplification we will get the equation of the required cone. See this problem. This is also another problem, but of the same type. Find the equation of the cone whose vertex is alpha, beta, gamma and base is y square is equal to 4ax, comma z is equal to 0. Here in this case also, vertex is same, alpha, beta, gamma, but base is different. What is the equation of base? Y square is equal to 4ax, z is equal to 0. So here from this also we can understand that z is equal to 0 means xy plane, z is equal to 0 means xy plane and y square is equal to 4ax is equation of a parabola in xy plane. So this can be written like this. Base curve can be written like this. See this? This is x axis, this is y axis and this is z axis. Then this parabola is like this. Y square is equal to 4ax in xy plane. So in this case also we proceed in the same way. Equation of any line, equation of any straight line through alpha, beta, gamma is x minus alpha by L is equal to y minus beta by m is equal to z minus gamma by n. If we take z is equal to 0, then x minus alpha by L is equal to y minus beta by m is equal to minus gamma by n, by keeping z is equal to 0. So x is equal to alpha minus gamma L by n, y is equal to beta minus gamma m by n. So this is the point of intersection of the straight line with the base curve, that is alpha minus gamma L by n, beta minus gamma m by n, 0. This is the point of intersection of the generator, that means the line passing through the alpha, beta, gamma. This is the point of intersection of the generator with the base curve. That means this point lies on the base curve. Therefore this point satisfies this equation. By substituting these coordinates in this equation, we will get like this: y square is equal to 4ax implies beta minus gamma m by n whole square is equal to 4a into gamma minus alpha minus gamma l by n. So as usual, since x minus alpha by l is equal to y minus beta by m is equal to z minus gamma by n, by taking first and last, we can obtain that l by n is equal to x minus alpha by z minus gamma, and similarly m by n is equal to y minus beta by z minus gamma. Taking these two values of m by n and l by n in this equation, we will get like this. On simplification of this, we will get beta into z minus gamma is equal to beta z minus beta gamma minus gamma into y minus beta means minus gamma y plus beta gamma, and also here also in the same way. So minus beta gamma will be cancelled with beta gamma and minus alpha gamma will be cancelled with alpha gamma. Therefore, by taking LCM both sides and simplifying, finally we will get like this: beta z minus gamma y whole square is equal to 4a into z minus gamma into alpha z minus yx. This is the equation of required cone. This is the procedure we have to follow to find the equation of a cone when the vertex of the cone and the base curve are given. Okay, thank you very much.